Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol FNMA. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this may look like a few weeks worth of time right here, it's actually just the past few days broken down into 30-minute time slices. I've been doing this analysis on a routine basis, so that's where these red and green lines are coming from. And after today's price action, some updates definitely need to be made here. Before I go any further, my approach to this chart really depends on your perspective going in. What do I mean by that? Well, like I've said in past videos, and now it implies more than ever, if you're a day trader and you bought right there, or you bought maybe right there and you're hoping to sell within 10.2 seconds, then yeah, for you the chart's looking pretty rough. But if you care about the big picture thing, big picture perspective, I should say, the grand scheme of everything, then the bulls are still in control. I realize that could seem kind of shocking considering how much it's pulled back. But again, that all boils back to, well, what was your whole strategy going in? If you don't know what your strategy going in was, well, then that's a whole nother discussion, and I don't have time for that. But I'm assuming that you care about the big picture perspective. So I may say something is bullish. And you may, how can you call that bullish? Well, remember, ask yourself, well, what was my strategy going in? Because again, I fully realize day traders that bought at these areas that wanted to sell pretty quick, for you, yeah, the chart is not looking very good at all. But as far as updates, let's first do a little house cleaning. First thing I'm going to do is get rid of these lines here. Yes, they still pertain to the chart, but in the spirit from a presentation standpoint of not having a million lines everywhere that can cause clutter and confusion, just want to try to keep this as clean as possible. First update though is based on just a foundational rule in charting which states when levels of support are broken and closed below, they tend to act as resistance. So for those of you that have watched the past videos, hopefully you remember me talking about $4 and right around 10 cents as a level of support. But now that the price actually gapped down below it this morning, you can see a good example there. So it gapped down, tried to get up above it, struggled around that area, and then eventually rolled back over. So $4.10 going to be an area of resistance. And also along with that, before you even really worry about and talk about doing battle with $4.10, got to get back above that purple line there, which is the 50-period simple moving average. In regards to levels of support, easiest way to kind of look at this is I'm just going to extend the chart out. And when I say the overall perspective, it's all about this pink line right here, which is the famous 200-period simple moving average. Even if you have just a surface deep understanding of charts, I'm sure you've heard of the 200-period and know that from the big picture, the long-term trend, as long as the price is above the 200-period, then technically speaking, the bulls are still in control. So when you think about it, technically the price could come down there, bounce around right where that pink line is, head back up, and even at that point in time, you'd have a set of lows right here. You'd have this set of lows here. You'd have this set of lows here. And the stair steps would still be going in the upwards direction. I'm not saying it's headed down to the 200 period. I'm just saying that's why from the big picture perspective, the bulls are still in control even despite the pullback. So a good week, not the best way to close out the week. But like I said, bulls still have a chance to build a higher base going forward. So we'll see if they can do it or not. One of the most popular questions I get is, hey, Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together this free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interested in and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, by all means, click right there to get access to the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point. And like I say, it is free. Thanks for watching. Have a good weekend.